This live presentation was produced in Ashland, Oregon by the Rogue Valley Metaphysical Library and Event Center. RVML relies on the support of our volunteers, members, and donors to organize and present these programs. For more information about this presentation, or to borrow, download, or purchase other recordings from our catalog, please visit our website at rvml.org.
Good evening. Namaste. New sciences come in this world. The earth rotates. After day there is darkness, and after darkness there is light. Same way the old order goes, new order comes. Sometimes good orders also go away and bad orders also come on this planet. And so changes go on taking place in this world. Now we are heading towards the latest technology that we can think of, and that is from computer, the man-made computer, to the nature's gift, brainuter, that we all have. Our brain is a supercomputer. The computer is outcome of this brain, so this is the mother computer. And we are hardly using 1 or 2% of it. Suppose we start using a little more of it, then what will happen? Then there will be end to all our life's problems, all ills that we have. We all will have without cost, very easily, the total health that is now talked about. World Health Organization's philosophy is that every human being on this planet must have total health with minimum cost, very easily, and that is body, mind, and spirit. That is the talk today, body, mind, and spirit. But I am altering these words a little bit. Philosophy is the same. I say it should be mind, body, and spirit. Because according to me, very little mind is in the body, but the whole body is in the mind. So it is mind over matter, and if mind is healthier, body is bound to be healthier. Any amount of taking care of the body, it will be an futile, useless exercise unless and until our mind is healthier. And today, who is mentally healthy? There is a big question mark. Nobody. Nobody. Even the mental health experts, they have some problems. They have some mental disorders. And that is why we don't have the world peace. We are wrongly tackling the world peace. The easiest method is that if every one of us, each and every human being on this planet, is mentally healthy, if he is mentally peaceful, then world peace is within our reach. That will be a permanent world peace. And here is a technique, a technology, which can give us not only mental health, it will be followed by physical health, spiritual health, and as a byproduct, less eating also, so it can solve the hunger and obesity problems also. In ancient days, this technique was there, so I don't claim that it is my discovery. Somehow or other I came across these methods which are practiced by our ancestors all over the world. Even Native Americans here had certain practices, safe practices. They harnessed energy from the sun. And you might have all heard about the sun-gazing dances of Native Americans. The whole day the community will dance in a circle looking at the sun. Same way there are practices in Egypt, Greece, Europe it was called Apollo therapy, Egyptians call it heliotherapy, and in India it was Surya Namaskar. More or less in India still it is a religious practice, but no one knows the science behind it. The word Surya stands for sun, and the word Namaskar actually stands for welcome. So Surya Namaskar means welcome the sun. And why do you welcome the sun? When sun is welcomed by you, means when she enters your body, the brain that is largely dormant will activate. And that is what we want. Even medical science says that today's man is hardly using 1 or 2% of the potentialities of the brain, and that is the biggest crisis we want to overcome, solve it. And why do we use less of our brain? Because we grudge the sun. The common enemy for all of us is the sun. Though nothing on this planet can go on without the sun, that is also a fact. Earth is born from the sun. All energies that we make use of here are also from the sun. Still we are educated in such a way that sun is dangerous, be away from it, don't look at it, your vision will be harmed, and so on and so on. So we ignore the sun. And so some sunlight falls on us because of compulsion in life, we move about. And because of that, some electricity, because sunlight is nothing but energy and electricity, our brain acts 1 or 2%, and so 95, 98% of the divine powers, the godly powers, they all are dormant inside us. Now brain neuter, I have named it. That is the hardware that we are enjoying. These infinite powers that are coded inside us right from birth, the divine, the godly powers, is the software or the programming that we are enjoying. Now computer has keyboard and mouse for the activities. Same way our mind does the joint work of keyboard and the mouse. And sunlight is the electricity. So sunlight has to reach our brain if this sleeping brain is to be awakened. And if we want to use more of it. And for that we have to look at the sun, because only through eye the sunlight will reach the brain. Eye is the extended part of the brain. These are all medical facts. Sunlight will never reach the brain if you don't look at the sun. When suggestion for looking at the sun comes, we are all scared. Oh, what will happen to our eye, vision, and all those things? But that is a past belief, and that is now changed, and now science knows that sunlight is not always harmful. There are certain periods of the sunlight, which are beneficial, and certain are definitely harmful. That has been analyzed. So on internet you find lot of websites which give you hour to hour the ultraviolet index associated with the sun, from sunrise to sunset. And mostly we are afraid of the ultraviolet that is with the sun. To a certain extent, UV, the ultraviolet, also is a medicine for the human body. And morning, that is at sunrise time, 1 hour from sunrise. Similarly, 1 hour before sunset, which are known as the first hour and last hour of the sun, both are safe windows. There is no ultraviolet at all. It is zero. You can ascertain from the internet. There are now wristwatches marketed also, where along with the time you can even read the ultraviolet of the place where you are sitting or standing. Same way there are UV cards available, which you expose to the sunlight for 20 seconds, the ultraviolet of that time will be recorded. So it is safe to ascertain UV, and it goes without saying that first hour and last hour of the sun anywhere on earth, any part of the year, UV is zero. Even UV index up to 2 is safe for the eye. So you have to start looking at the sun, and then only you get the benefits, and then only you heal all your human problems, mental illnesses, physical, spiritual problems, anything in your life without any cost. That is the greatest benefit, because sun is free. There are no restrictions when you start this practice. You need not give up food at all. Enjoy whatever you are eating, drinking. Carry on with the present treatments. Carry on with present exercises. No change in the present lifestyles at all. No restrictions. Just add looking at the sun, either morning or evening, only once in a day. Twice also is not advised. First day when you decide to look at the sun, if climate is good, then just go outside. Stand straight as I am standing. Keep your spinal cord straight. Be barefoot on bare earth so that you get quicker results. And just look at the sun. Maximum 10 seconds first day. That's all. A normal look at the sun. Your eye has to blink and flicker in a normal way. Don't have any stress, only a relaxed look. To put it in a simple way, the way you do TV gazing or computer gazing, it is the same sun gazing. Nothing else. So easy. So if you are comfortable with TV and computers, you can be comfortable with the sun. And most of us do sunrise and sunset viewing many times in our life. So don't get scared. If weather is bad, you can even gaze the sun through your glass window inside of the house. If you are unable to stand, you can sit and also look at the sun. But keep your spinal cord straight always when you sit, stand, walk, and sleep. Keeping spinal cord straight is a modern preventive medicine. Now you are sitting in this room. There is a lot of cosmic energy available here. Outside it is more. It is day and night, cosmic energy is there. We breathe in. Along with the air that we breathe in, this cosmic energy also will go inside. But the condition is, provided your spinal cord is straight when you sit, stand, walk, and sleep, otherwise not. And mostly we mismanage the spinal cord. It is never straight. So only air goes, the cosmic source of energy, the real prana, the real life force, that does not enter our body. And so we deprive ourselves of the strong immunity power. And so we are always weak. We succumb to external forces, the diseases, and on and often we are sick. But if we change this lifestyle a little, then this acts as a preventive medicine, and many of the physical problems coming to our body can be prevented. There is also another thing, that this also disturbs the world peace, our twisted or distorted or question mark spinal cords. The spinal cord is the antenna of the human brain. Just as if your TV's antenna is not in shape, you know what will be the pictures coming on your TV. Same thing, the messages that we exchange with each other. When I talk, you listen. When you talk, I listen. We discuss, and communications, everything is through the spinal cords. And if there is spinal cord of one of the persons not straight, the message does not go there with the same emotion, same spirit. There is some distortions, and that is why we misunderstand people, each other. At the end of every talk, discussion, we have some misunderstandings, confusions, quarrels, and all those things. This is the reason. But if this is kept straight, we will understand each other very well. The messages will be exchanged in its same spirit and emotion. There are no more disputes, quarrels, and that itself is the foundation for world peace. So this keeping spinal cord straight now is becoming a very major medicine. It itself can solve 50% of your ills of life. Now, first day you looked at the sun 10 seconds. That's all your exercise is over. That is the maximum time. You can have 5, 6, 7 lesser time. Next day you just continue, have 20 seconds. Just see the comfort of your eye. Don't be in haste, don't rush up. According to the acceptance of the eye, you proceed, but never more than 10 seconds or multiple of 10s increase. Third day it will be 30, 40 like that, but it can so happen that absenteeism also rules our walks of life. So sometimes sun may be absent, sometimes you may be absent. And don't worry about these intervals and breaks. If you miss some days of sun gazing, it does not harm your practice, only prolongs the number of days you miss. You have to complete so many days. It is just like attendance in your school, college, or workplace, or anywhere. By 2 months you will be at 10 minutes. And then you will realize that your health of your eye is improving. The reason is, whenever ultraviolet index of the sun is less than 2, and when we are looking at the sun, the photons of energy that comes from the sun, the powerful signals of energy, are caught by the eye. They go to the brain, then enter the body, and that is the nectar of life, nectar for life, elixir, the manna for life. Here vitamin A develops in abundance. Whenever UV is less than 2 and sunlight goes through the eye to inside the body, and our eye requires vitamin A, and that is why the health of the eye improves. So prescription of your glasses will go weak if you have got problems like cataract, nearsightedness, farsightedness, night blindness, color blindness, glaucoma, any problem with the eye, that will weaken. And that is happening. So we have books now written by experts, better eyesight without glasses, reading without glasses, throw away glasses. So don't get scared. Slowly you are proceeding and you are training your eye. One can look morning or evening sun just as we go for enjoyment and see the sunrise. But here it's a scientific practice. We want to awaken the brain. It is not only the care of the eye, but brain being a more complex and complicated gadget that we are having, much more than confused than the computer. This has to be awakened slowly, and it will not accept more energy flowing in all of a sudden. So sunlight is not a fast food for your brain. So don't do it in excess, don't be in haste, you will never get the benefits. If you are slow, you will get the benefits. You are proceeding, and by 3 months you will be at 15 minutes, and then a major change takes place. It is the mental health that you are getting now, perfect mental health. And so first thing is, your unbalanced mind, disturbed mind, wavering mind, turbulent mind will become perfectly balanced, and that is what we want in life. Because we don't have balanced mind, we take decisions in haste, wrong decisions, falter, suffer. So balance of mind is required, and that is one of the godly powers that are already coded inside us, and that comes to the surface. Then from negative thinking we are positive. That is also a must. Then all fears in life disappear. At present we are fearful. Every step we walk we have a fear. Uncertain about our future. But here mind becomes so strong that all fears will go away, including fear of death. You will not be even afraid of death. That is called the perfect mental health. Then we have certain weak qualities, evil qualities, devil qualities, like anger, greed, jealousy, envy. We are hostile towards others. We lack love, compassion, kindness. And all these things is a problem for us, gives us a lot of discomfort. And also we pain others also because of these weak qualities. But the duty of the sun, the religion of the sun is to purify everything on this planet. If there is no sunlight outside, what happens? Suppose there is a cloudy weather all of a sudden. Then we are all gloomy. We all become dull. We are depressed. We are in a depressive mood. We all run short of energy and we immediately pass a remark, oh, what a gloomy day. But moment sunlight comes, we are all happy, we are all smiling. The atmosphere also gets purified, less pollution, air is purified, less insects, bacteria. Same way, when sunlight reaches the brain, it purifies us, our mind. So garbages that are inside us are thrown out, and what good qualities, the virtuous qualities that are inside us come to the surface, and we become perfect human being, and that is the perfect mental health that we should have. We want to change over the world like that, and that is happening, already started, because a lot of sun gazers are there now in the world. And the moment you are mentally healthy, you enjoy mental peace also. Peace is within us, not anywhere, cannot be purchased. It is already given to us, but is under a cover that comes to the surface and you are peaceful. And when you are mentally peaceful, you are a contribution to the world peace. At least one person has become mentally peaceful. This change we want, and that is coming. It is spreading like a wildfire. And so many mental health experts now agree that mental disorders, or in winter time, most of the northern states of USA, countries north of USA, those who are close to North Pole, a larger population in winter suffers mentally, they go dull, that is known as seasonal affective disorders or winter blues. And then artificial lights are focused on the eye to energize the brain. But in that process, sometimes eye is damaged and it's a temporary relief. But if those suffering people take to this morning or evening sunlight, that will be energizing the brain. They can get rid of these mental disorders. And those who suffer this winter, if they start in summer looking at the sun regularly, this energy will be stored in their body, carried forward for the next winter, and they will not suffer. So looking at the sun morning or evening has become a medicine to solve mental problems, mental disorders. Now, if your goal is only mental health, you can quit sun gazing by 3 months or say 15 minutes, and then just to keep up what you have gained from the sun for your entire life, just continue doing 5 minutes of sun gazing or walk on dirt, that is, be in direct contact with Mother Earth with your bare feet and walk 45 minutes. You will be drawing energy from the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is a secondary source of sun energy. Then you will have no problem in your entire life. You will have no suffering. Of course, problems will be there. Life means problem from birth to death. You cannot avoid problems. When problems come, this mental balance will remain. You will not slip into depression or mental disorders. That capacity, mental capacity you will have. So greatest thing that you are getting, and this is the mind, the health of the mind that we require. And that is the biggest crisis that we want to solve. Our entire planet, all human beings are mostly suffering because of this mental ill health. And this is a very easy solution. No wonder our ancestors were sun worshippers. We missed the practice. We never understood them. Now those who have got physical problems, let there be any physical problems. There are about 6,000 diseases that body can have. Even dreaded problems like cancer, AIDS, tuberculosis, osteoporosis, very popular nowadays among ladies. Then changing the kneecap, another status, changing kneecaps. And arthritis, rheumatism, everything. But these different colors of the sun, the 7 colors, the rainbow color, has answer to that. And based on that, there are books, color therapy books available, how different colors of the sun can be used. And there are different methods, crystals, pyramids, prisms, and then colored glass bottles and solariums and so on, and almost all alternative methods like Reiki, pranic healing, even yoga, sujok, acupuncture, acupressure, Tai Chi, Feng Shui, so and so on. Every day new name comes in all the alternative methods. But the sun is not at all alternative. This is the real medicine. Everything is alternate. Without sun, life on this planet is not possible. Electricity is alternate, not sun is alternate. We are wrongly describing sun as alternate source of energy or renewable source of energy. Without sun, there cannot be rain, there cannot be air, nothing. So that is the main source of energy. But this color therapy nowadays is totally confused, because how we make use of different colors, different authors have different views, and so I have given I am bypassing that whole thing, color therapy, and taking you to a very simple method that make use of this light color, the white that you see normally during daytime. White has all the 7 colors. Just as O group of the blood matches with any group of the blood, this white color matches with all the requirements of our bodies. Only make use of this normal color that we see during daytime. So when you extend your sun gazing beyond 3 months by 10 seconds, that is 15 minutes, 10 seconds. At that time, when you are looking at the sun, you think powerfully or give auto-suggestion to your brain that this light should move to that part of the body where your pain, suffering, disease, problem, that will automatically go there and heal you. This healing takes place between 3 months and 6 months, 15 minutes and 30 minutes of sun gazing, and your eye will definitely get adapted, because this is not a difficult exercise. People eat stones, glass pieces, chew razor blades, swallow snakes, and nowadays lot of cockroaches, many people eat. It's a popular game going on. Who will eat more cockroaches and knock out the prize money? Now, has medical science any answer for that? How does the body digest all those things? Or is not injured or hurt inside? No, science has no answer. The only answer is, if mind accepts, body adapts. And that is the biggest message that you have to take today. If mind accepts, body adapts. If you decide with mind and then train that part of the body, you will get the work done. So here, it's a very simple exercise looking at the sun. You have decided with your mind that you want to look, you know the benefits. You are going slowly from 10 seconds, slowly training your eye. So you can reach any amount of time. So you will reach 15 minutes and then 30 minutes also. And by 6 months, your healing of the physical body also begins. And if you add sun bathing also, Sunbathing is good only at those times when your body warms, when you have the basking feeling, when you enjoy the warmness from the sun, not the heat or burning sensation from the sun. And that is scientifically when the UV index is between 2 and 5, or when your body does not perspire. So mild sun. And it is mild sun that will give you the benefit. The intense sun is definitely going to harm you. So when the sun is mild, when you just have warmness, expose your body with minimum clothes. If you are diabetic, whole body is to be exposed. Then insulin balances, diabetes goes. If you have got limited suffering, say in hand, leg, kneecap, spinal cord, anything, then expose that part of the body only, half an hour to 45 minutes daily, to this mild sun, and that will quicken your healing, along with sun gazing, the sunbathing. And also, start drinking sun-charged water, the best energy drink that is available on this planet. Now the good drinking water that you are using in a day, say 1.5 liters to 3 liters, whatever it is, store it in a clear glass jar, round like thing, more or less like this. Leave it in sunlight, sunrise to sunset. If weather is bad, inside the house near a glass window from where the sunlight comes and falls on that container. After sunset, allow it to cool, and in another 24 hours use it as a normal drink. That is the best energy drink that you can have. You need not spend money on this, so many energy drinks that are sold in the market. You can make yourself. And also this water can be used for all external purposes as a medicine if you have got problem with the eye, ear, nose, mouth, teeth, or on your skin. You can use it as ear drop, eye drop, mouth drop, nostril drop. You can massage your body with that water, sun-charged water. Any spots, scars on your skin that are seen outside will all go away. So see the benefit. Safe sun gazing, safe sunbathing, drinking sun-charged water. By 6 months, you are controlling, you are getting rid of all your mental and physical problems and are happy. After mind, you are getting the body's fitness. Now what more do you require? These two things are must for each and every one of us, mind and body. Now spirit, it is a choice. It's your choice. Nobody can insist you. It's not a must. The last part of the sun gazing practice, going beyond 30 minutes and reaching 45 minutes. But those who are interested in higher spiritualism, those who want to see God or get united with God, enter the kingdom of God, heavenly kingdom, evolve your consciousness higher and higher, be on road to enlightenment. And also for those who are highly obese, if obesity is a problem, for all those people, going beyond 6 months of sun gazing is a must and is required. So extend 10 seconds, that's all. And it is only after 6 months of sun gazing, when you are slowly proceeding by 10 seconds every day looking at the sun, that slowly your hunger is disappearing. You are not suppressing hunger. This is totally a energy science working here. Normally when you fast, you have hunger. We all fast for religious purposes, for a day, 2, sometimes 8 days and all. Now there are fasting clinics also in Ohio, where every disease they attempt to cure only by making you fast only on water. But here you are not, it's not a forced fasting. Fasting is happening in you. Normally when we fast, we look at the wristwatch every now and then and the calendar to see how quickly the time passes and we eat back. And the whole planning during that fasting period is, we are always thinking about what good things we will eat when the fasting is over. But here no such thing, because hunger is slowly decreasing. The reason being, Your body requires energy. Energy is a must. Food is not necessary. It is the energy that is required. And so far back in 1900, the medical experts said, solar radiation is the original food of humanity. What we eat is a secondary source. And someday somebody will discover how man can live directly on sun energy. Somewhere in 1900, they came across few people who were living only on sunlight. There are certain instances mentioned in Yogananda's autobiography, Yogananda. There is one Nirari Yogini, Yogi Bala, remaining for 52 years. A Christian saint in Germany, Teresa Neumann, 12.5 years. Some Christian saints, 10 years to 20 years, living only on sunlight, and they were even sometimes flying like saucers also. So everything, when they questioned how we are able to do all these things, they said, we have no answer. We will not explain because the world is not prepared for that. But only thing is sunlight is entering the brain, and that energy that brain is getting is being converted into the required energy. So world could not catch hold of the technique that time, but so they passed this resolution. Someday somebody will discover, and luckily, somehow or other, I was able to understand the whole technique, experimented on myself and put it before the experts thrice in my lifetime. And this is how it works. It's a very easy thing. When you are beyond 6 months, when you are extending 10 seconds, then slowly you will feel less hunger. Because energy is getting stored in your body cells, and all your body cells are photovoltaic in nature, just as battery cells in a solar panel. And every body cell has an individual brain and individual consciousness. So we have a lot of brains, but what at the top is a master brain. And the condition for these photovoltaic cells to store energy is that they must be neat and pure, no dirt. And so we don't have dirt here now. There is no mental illness, no physical illness. All our body cells are neat and pure. So they start storing energy. And as the energy increases with your extended sun gazing every day 10 seconds, then slowly your conversion of energy from the traditional food also declines. Food is nothing but the secondary source of sun energy. If there is no sunlight, nothing will grow. And it is because of this philosophy that we have raw food is on the increase. Lot of health stores coming up. Because they feel that if you cook anything that is coming out of the earth, any agriculture products, fruits, vegetables, cereals, anything, the sun energy stored in it is lost. You are destroying the sun energy. So what you eat is nothing but poison. It's only for taste that you are eating the cooked foods. So a lot of raw foodist societies are now on the increase. And they are the most wise people. No toxic waste goes in their body. So this is the same thing, that sunlight is the original source of energy and what we are eating is the secondary source. But body has a mechanism to receive, store and use this original source of energy, the sun. Now a small experience you will be all having. In summer you eat less, in winter you eat more. Is this most of your experiences? This is the reason, because in summer accidentally also something is falling on you. Body is receiving something, so you have less hunger. In winter there is no sunlight, so eat more, draw energy from the second source. People in tropical countries eat less, people in cold climates eat more. This is the reason. So here slowly, by 6 months, your hunger is decreasing. So food intake is also decreasing, and if you are highly obese, obesity will fall. It will decrease. Such an easy method you will never know. All these anorexia, bulimia, all problems will be over. And by 9 months, when you are at 45 minutes, you are free from hunger, you don't feel hunger at all, and then you have to give up sun gazing forever. Just to keep up what you have gained, either continue 15 minutes of sun gazing or walk on dirt 45 minutes every day, then this energy will be recharged, regenerated, recycled. You will never feel hungry. And whole life you can go on without traditional food. Of course, liquids, water especially, are required because our body is 80% water. We can't go without water. And that's what that Emoto from Japan says. That why do you bother when body is 80% water? Food is only for the rest 20%, and even that 20% food that you take, if you analyze, most of it, 50 to 70%, it carries only water. So it is water that we are eating, actually. And with few liquids, juices or anything, then your digestive system just moves on. So in case, suppose something happens, a month together you don't have sunlight, you are not able to recharge anything, some hunger may come back. That time if you have to take food, and so your body will get adjusted to it. And again, when sunlight is there, hunger will automatically disappear, just like your trees. In winter, they shed leaves. They are lifeless for 3-4 months. When sunlight comes, they blossom again. So energy is there, but it remains dormant sometimes. So this is a very easy exercise, and this is the reason why space agencies are getting interested in this, that food problem is standing in the way of longer space travels. 2 years, 3 years travel in outer space. This can solve because sunlight is there. If you make your body a solar chip, even through a glass window, if sunlight falls on your body, the energy can be recharged, regenerated, recycled. So space travel problem can be solved by if you take to sun gazing. And I first accidentally I tried this. Hunger disappeared. I put it before medical experts in my hometown, and 211 days only on water I remained in 95, 96. Then I was taking few liquids. And then again a major observation they required. So an international team of 21 doctors in a city called Ahmedabad, far away from my hometown, they observed me in 2000, 2001, 411 days only on water. That report is on my website, the medical report. And then I was invited here, and 2 universities in Philadelphia, Thomas Jefferson, UPenn, they observed me 130 days, and they found their main interest that time was to see how my brain was functioning, and they found that pineal gland and the neuron is enlarged and the neurons are regenerating. And now, since after my preaching, lot of sun gazers who have done MRI, their neurons are seen to regenerate, and pineal gland and other endocrine glands are getting strengthened. Now, this is the biggest breakthrough. If neurons regenerate or become more active or don't go weak, this is the greatest gift that you are getting from the sun. At present, we believe that as we age, neurons die, weaken, so we have memory failures, our intelligence weakens. In old age, we have Alzheimer and Parkinson, but no, that is not the case. Because James Fallon from Irvine, California University, he is a brain expert. He started sun gazing, looking at the setting sun. He felt relaxed. I told him, this is the answer. If you are relaxed, what more do you require in life? At present, we all miss this relaxation. And that is why world peace is disturbed. Nobody is relaxed. But sun makes you, sunrise or sunset, makes you relaxed. And if you are relaxed, let any problem come in your life, you will face it, no tension. Smilingly you will face anything. And so these neurons will never die, they will be young, they will be regenerating also. And if that happens, you maintain your youth for a longer period. And if ladies maintain youth for longer periods, beauty parlors will have to close down. Lifespan increases, aging process slows down, and you may live longer also. because the pineal gland gets enlarged. Now it is in this pineal gland that our soul is sitting. That is what science also believes. Now, slowly as we age, the two ends of the pineal, they come closer, and when they meet each other, the soul has lost its chair. There is no capacity to sit, so it jumps out through your eye and death is pronounced. But with sun gazing, these two ends of the pineal goes far and far. So soul is not disturbed there, it is peaceful, sitting there. Chair does not go away, because nowadays chair is very dangerous. Somebody can snatch away our chair, That always happens in life, positions in life. But this is stable always, so you can remain for 100, 200, 300, 400 years. That is the new thinking that is taking place. And pineal gland is called the third eye. And thousands of scientists are doing research. If you go on internet, just print pineal gland, you will have a lot of research things coming on. Every day something coming out on pineal gland. No medicine activates the pineal gland, take it from me, it is only the sunlight, nothing else. Yes, meditation to some extent, that can help to activate your pineal gland. And that pineal gland's representative is in the first finger of our feet, that is the thick finger, the toe we call it. The next finger represents the pituitary, that is the what we call here in yoga, the Agna chakra, or which governs, administers the brain. Third is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus has points of hunger and satiety. That representation is in the third finger. And one research now suggests that if hypothalamus is sun-charged, man can hibernate, can have active hibernation for longer periods. And the tortoise or the turtle hibernates. It eats once in 6 months, lives for 1,000 years. We eat 100 times in a day, so can't live for 100 years. That is our crisis. So science now says eat less and less. If you eat less, that was on CNN few days back, you will live for a longer period. Putting more calories in youth, you are getting as born as Alzheimer, Parkinson in the old age. Fourth finger is the thalamus from which our emotions originate. So when you are in direct contact with the Mother Earth and the Sun, the negative things gets positive. The last one is amygdala. That helps different beams to convert into one laser, and this laser becomes the nectar for our life. So you sun gaze, walk barefoot on dirt whenever possible, then your brain opens out more and more. From 1%, 2%, 3, 4, and as higher and higher you enjoy eternal bliss. At least that is guaranteed. It's only when you reach 100% you get enlightenment. But that is not possible for each and every one. Only a rarest of rare person can get. But eternal bliss, definitely everyone. And so we are on road to the spiritual kingdom. We can see God, we can experience God, we can mingle with God, we can be in His kingdom. And the reason is less desires that come up in our life. Less luggage, more comfort, make your travel a pleasure. You see? So this from birth to death is our travel. Desires are heavy baggages. We don't enjoy, we also may pain other people. When you are mentally healthy, when you have less desires, you don't have pain others, so no sin is committed by you. So from third month, you lay the foundation for higher spiritualism. And by 9 months, when you are doing penance, means when you are free from food and desires, your past deeds and all get burned out, wiped out, and you are purified, and God catches your hands, pulls you in His kingdom. So this is what I am sharing all over the world, a new technique which gives you mind, body and spirit, the total health, which the present day world wants. And sun gazing, why people are attracted? Because it is totally free, no cost, no guru required. Even a child knows how to look at the sun. What is that to teach? Nothing to teach in this. Only look at the sun in a relaxed way at safe times. And no government intervention. No government can stop you. They cannot tax you also. And convenient also, either morning or evening. Regular, irregular also possible. If you are regular, you get results quickly. If you are irregular, you get results delayed. But you do get the benefit. The sun is the only university where you register, you get PhD. No failures. It's only a question of time. So all benefits. If you go in market, buy one, get one free. But here you get everything free. And lastly, those who believe in astrology, the adverse effects of the planets on you, don't get scared. Don't spend any money. Don't spend on these crystals and vastu and feng shui and all those things. Just make love with the sun. That is the boss of all the planets. When the boss loves, the subordinates are bound to love, compelled to love you. So they will all just serve you. So this is the practice which is spreading the world like a wildfire, easiest practice. And you can do it according to your convenience, no cost, nothing. And so sunlight is the medicine for this millennium, and after some time, that will be the only medicine of this millennium. So thank you for your patient hearing. I pray for your peace and prosperity. And after a little break, we will be for some time for question and answers. So there will be a break for 10 minutes. Thank you.
What kind of results have you had with sun gazers since you've been teaching this practice?
Yes, now in the world there are thousands of people doing sun gazing, and as far as mind and body health is concerned, thousands have gained. As non-eaters, very few have come, because eating is your choice. That's what I very clearly said. If only you want to become a non-eater, if you proceed as a byproduct of sun gazing, you can become a non-eater. So there is one doctor in Germany, Mr. Webner. He lives on sunlight from 2001. There is one lady in Austria, somebody in Netherlands, some people in India. So there are a lot of non-eaters also. But the idea of spreading sun gazing method is not for not eating, but mostly it is for the mind and body health. And on that, it is giving good results.
Thank you. The person who asked this question is Asha. She is the one who brought Hira here, and she said she would let you know about a place where there could be a talk tomorrow. So Asha, would you come up here, please?
We're going to do the talk at my house, which is on Granite Street in the park, right across from the Upper Duck Pond. It's a lavender house, and the number is 247 Granite Street, and the talk will be as it was today at 7 o'clock p.m.
Thank you, Asha.
Hello. Is this on?
Yeah.
Have you heard from people who've done the sun gazing as you've prescribed, who've had problems with their eyes due to that?
No, so far nobody has reported about any damage to eye, but on the contrary, people have got benefits. They have improved their vision. Now there was one person just now who said,
yeah, I just had cataract surgery. You can hear me, right? I can yell. I just had cataract surgery, in fact, yesterday morning. And he said I wait 3 months, and then I can start it again, like 10 ounces.
No, there was another person who did 15 minutes of sun gazing, and he said he had improved his vision and all those things, and he want to restart.
Right.
So see, this is unnecessary scare. By looking at the morning or evening sun, your eye can never get hurt.
Yeah, I was doing sun gazing before, and then I stopped. But now I will start again.
Thank you.
I began sun gazing from a time you were here before and did it as prescribed just the first hour and the last hour of the day. And at 18 minutes and 10 seconds after a long time, I came back in and there was a white spot where I was looking. And that alarmed me, so I wrote you an email about it, asking you what was up with that, and I never heard back from you, so...
No, if I had received the email, definitely I will answer, because I answer 60, 70 emails every day. Now, sometimes these things come because after sun gazing, people do not close their eyes. So this is... in order to avoid all these spots, which will also only temporarily. After sun gaze, you close your eye, then the inner image that you see here will slowly go away, and then you look elsewhere. Then you want a blurry vision or dark vision, or later you want a eye spots or anything. And use sun-charged water as eye drops and for drinking and all. So in some cases, if that comes, that will also go away. But I never got your email.
Yeah, so there was a part about closing your eyes after sun gazing?
Yeah.
Okay, and how long do you do that for?
Oh, till the inner image of the sun goes away.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a resident of Seattle, passing by from Harbin Hot Springs here with my friend who lives in Ashland, and so very fortunate to have come here, so thank you very much. I'm very lucky to be here. And when I see you speak with seriousness and a little humor or merriment, I wonder, are you worried about people hearing your message and learning to use the rest of their brain, which is so unused?
No, I am not at all worried because a lot of people are taking it. Why should I get worried?
What removes the merriment that I see so many speakers in my world with? Because you are very serious, and I sort of miss sort of a merriment and a happy-go-lucky spirit that I expect someone with a large percent of their brain working.
No, if I add all these humors and all, then the seriousness of this practice will be lost. You know, this is what the essence of the practice I want to give to the people in a limited time. And so I do not want to make them carried away by unnecessary other talks, you know, not like stories or anything. Just the practice, that's the science of it, and that's it. My approach is different.
Okay.
Everyone has their own approaches of presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I wonder, is there some demonstration of the use of a large portion of your brain you could give to us here?
Oh, it can be done through MRI. See, nowadays it's not at all difficult. If you get MRI of your brain done, your experts will tell you how much your endocrine glands are getting strengthened or how many neurons are regenerating in your brain, and everything is possible nowadays. So it is the MRI of the brain that is a must if you want to know it. And even by your own experience also, you will be able to judge also.
I was wondering about you, though, now here, for me to see something that would show me evidence of a larger percentage.
Oh, on
But
my
you're suggesting
MRI,
I do that myself. Eh?
my MRI was done, and they measured the pineal gland. It is double the size of a normal man, 8 into 11 mm, and then the neurons regenerating, gray matter increasing. So these are all the things that are seen through the MRIs.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. What about moon gazing?
I won't advise because there is a word in the dictionary called lunatic. And on most of us, moon has adverse effect, especially our chronic diseases aggravate. That science knows it. And all those people who are mentally affected on full moon day, their mental asylums are on high alerts. So this we all know. So because of the past experiences, the word lunatic has come. The moon-struck people or the lunatic people we call, if somebody speaks off the way, we call him lunatic and all. So now that I leave it to you whether you want to do moon gazing or not, because it is after all a reflection of the sun only. But I know it has an adverse effect on our brain.
Thank you.
I don't know if this was asked, but how many minutes do you sun gaze every day, and when do you do it?
No, once you become more like a solar chief, then it's not necessary, it's not a regular practice. That's what I explained in my lecture. You can gaze for lifetime on not more than 15 minutes a day, that's all. Once you reach 45 minutes, then you have to drop sun gazing, just do 15 minutes, that's all. Or if you are able to walk on dirt barefoot, one of the two things, then sun gazing is not required also.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to find out if, when you talk about people living for hundreds of years, are you referring to a nectarian race?
Yeah, definitely. In the past, people lived. Even
Right.
there are few people living more than 100 years, and we can also live.
And is the increase of the pineal gland, is that
Yes,
actually...
that is what is attracting the main attention of the doctors and scientists nowadays. And thousands of people are doing research on pineal gland, which is called the third eye.
Yeah.
And this was not considered important by medical science till few years back, but now this is the most gland after which everybody wants to do research.
I've heard that it is the gland that actually processes the sun for the body, and when it increases in size, is part of the results of, or what happens when it increases is the production of amrita.
No, see, the melatonin is produced by pineal gland when there is darkness. So morning it is to, during daytime it is to be charged with sunlight or our body, so serotonin is in excess. If serotonin is in abundance, then only at night we have melatonin, and that gives us a good sleep also. And the functions of pineal can be psychic, can be navigational, and there are so many things that are now coming up. Birds fly because their pineal is naturally charged. You might have heard some 15,000 years back, people in Peru flew. Many of them, their pineal glands were charged. That is what. So there are so many things, but we cannot conclusively say anything unless few people do that. But definitely the third eye or other endocrine gland in the brain can be charged with the help of sunlight.
And you were talking about the toes and the fingers, and the fifth one was, I didn't.
Amygdala. Amygdala.
Amygdala. Okay, thank you.
I heard a woman speak this past weekend who practices, she taught herself sun gazing. She had seen you speak, but she sort of, her own practice came to her through looking at sunlight on water and processing it that way. And also she wrote about an experience she had of lying in the sun in Hawaii and finding herself actually rising up into the sun and having this amazing experience. And just as I was reading about it, I felt changes in my body. And I was wondering if you have explored just the practice of imagining looking at the sun or imagining sunlight coming into your eyes and the effects of that.
Yeah, visualization, that is, instead of looking at the sun, you just visualize. But how many people can concentrate that way? A very limited, a rare people can do that. But this anybody can do it because physically you are able to see the sun, physically you see the light, you are able to experience the heat and everything. So this is a scientific practice. By visualization, what you said is a way of meditation. Just sit in the room, visualize the sun, and you get the energy of the sun. Concentrate sun on your third eye. But very few people can do that. Yes, that is also possible.
Thank you.
You mentioned that after 10 minutes, your eyesight can get better if you have weak eyesight.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of how people do it? For example, I have very poor eyesight. Gradually, they go to the doctor and get their glasses changed. Does it progress like that?
If your eyesight is too bad, if you have some problems, then few days you have to start with closed eyes. With closed eye, you do sun gazing up to 2 months. So your eye muscles, circulation here, everything gets strengthened and better. So you will have little better vision. Then you do open-eyed sun gazing, and definitely you can get your eyes tested, checked, because if your eyes are getting better, definitely you have to change your glasses. There is no use of continuing the same old prescription. If you continue, then the benefits that you get also will be lost. And especially those who are before computers. Yesterday, somewhere, one person who is on computers, he said, yes, he improved his vision considerably because he is always on computer. Computers definitely harm our vision. So those who are before computers, every 45 minutes, they must take a break of 5 to 10 minutes, refresh themselves. Then there won't be problem with the eye, and also with this finger, that is corporate tunnel syndrome you won't have, and keep your spinal cord straight and you read the computer screen. So definitely you must get your eyes tested. But only thing is, don't tell the eye doctor that you are gazing at the sun. Get the result, compare yourself. That is there. Because as long as there is suspicion still among the old science believers, that suspicion itself will bring some remarks, even if you don't have. You can get your eyes tested, compare result yourself, it's fine.
So with your eyes closed, do you also increase 10 seconds a day?
Oh yes, it should be normally 10, 15 like that. You go on up to 2 months, then this warmness that your eye is getting with closed lids, also your muscles and this thing will strengthen. And those only who are having serious eye problems, they do first closed eye sun gazing and then only open eye sun gazing.
As a follow-up to that question then, if you do 2 months of closed eyes, then do you open the eyes and continue with the same amount of time?
Yeah, again you start from 10 seconds with open eye.
Ah, okay.
I live an unnatural kind of a lifestyle in that I work at night. Now, do you have anything to say addressing that? Or would you like to ask me more about what I just said in order to have anything to say about it?
See, greatest gift of nature is the sun. And if you don't find time to look at the sun either morning or evening, you are missing something in your life, definitely.
So it's essentially what I'm hearing is, what I'm translating what you said is, as long as I do sun gazing, and I can do that at sundown.
Yes. Otherwise, visualize. If you can do that, that's what that, just now there was, visualization, just imagine about the sun. Even at night you can imagine about the sun. And that way also if you can meditate, there are people who are getting benefits that way also. But that will be a very rarest of the rare person who may get benefit by visualizing the sun.
You answered my question. I can do it at sundown. It's not a problem. Thank you.
I was wondering about blind people, if this would help them at all, or if they've been blind their whole life, could they imagine the warmth of the sun? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely it's unfortunate because they are deprived of the light. So they do not get the benefits. Every method that comes in the world, majority gets the benefit. Still there will be people who will be deprived of it. So that is bound to happen. We can't help it. Blind people, they cannot get the benefit which the people have vision, the benefit that we get, they cannot get. It's most unfortunate thing.
Thank you.
Vice versa.
Hi. I came in a little late. Someone might have asked this question, but we live in a valley surrounded by mountains. By the time the sun comes up over the mountains, is it too strong?
Definitely, you have to do sun gazing in the safe times. So when you are sick, doctor never comes to your house. You have to go to the doctor. You have to purchase the medicine. So if you feel that you are getting benefits, and this is the easiest method, you must definitely go to that spot from where you can see the sunrise or sunset within the safe periods. That's all. There is no other alternative.
Could you repeat when the safe periods are?
Safe periods 1 hour from sunrise of your area or 1 hour before sunset of your area. Within that period, you have to look at the sun, starting by 10 seconds.
Can this be for any age, or do you have special directions for children?
Any people can do, but till the age of 12, children, because their body is still going through transformation, that is till the age of puberty, they can go only up to 5 minutes. That is, start with 5 or 10 seconds, go up to 5 minutes, and continue 5 minutes till they are adult. Parents should only explain to them, only encourage them, but never force them. compel them to do it. If they do it with their own willingness, well and good. And then maximum time limit is up to 5 minutes only. Other age groups, you can do whatever be your choice. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20, 40, 45, whatever you want.
Thank you.
That is the maximum.
Have you seen any miracles happen with people doing sun gazing, like in their healing of an illness or an accident?
Healings do take place, but I do not believe in miracles, and I never inspire for miracles, and also request you not to think about miracles. That is, sometimes thinking about miracles is disaster. Just think about the present body. My goal is very limited. Present body, this is, we experience, this is, body is there, so remain in the present. And we want mental illness, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. If other things are coming afterwards, let them come, but never make any effort for that. If you are going in that direction, you will first lose the benefit that your body must have. So these are some unnecessary exercises we do and then land ourselves in problems and all. My goal is very limited. How the health of human beings can be improved very easily, without cost, without a guru, and that's what I have never thought of miracles, and I will never think about that also.
Okay, instead of saying miracles, have you seen any healings happen?
Oh, healing. A lot of people are healing themselves. After all,
could you give us some examples?
Oh, a lot of people who are taken to sun gazing, they have healed themselves of a lot of problems. Now, cancer. Few people are even healed of cancer. Cancer is now considered by many doctors as a natural chemotherapy. Now, jaundice, there is no medicine for jaundice. It's only sunlight. So, lot of benefits people are getting through sunlight, curing their arthritis, rheumatism, spinal cord problem, knee problem. If you go on mercola.com, there is a website, www.mercola, M-E-R-C-O-L-A, mercola.com. And there is lot of compilation of the people who have improved from sunlight. And lot of doctors have come. There is the book called Healing Sun by one British author, Richard Hobday. I think this library might be having. There are so many doctors nowadays are writing on the benefits that they have found in different people from sunlight.
As far as energy goes, as far as sunlight as a food source or maybe a source of nutrient, how would you tell somebody that maybe has sort of this idea in their head that if they're in the sunlight that they're perpetuating cancer or they're promoting some kind of cancer? Because a lot of people I talk to, they just can't seem to understand the concept of looking at the sun and seeing it as like an absorbable source of nutrients and a source of energy that can promote their health.
See, intense sun definitely gives cancer. Intense sun is definitely harming, but the mild sun, when the UV index is less than 2, morning and evening, that is a medicine. We have to understand that difference. Unnecessarily, let us not say that sun is harming us. Sun will harm if we misuse the sun. So we have to bifurcate that. Then sun will not harm us. We can avoid the intense sun, but let us not miss the mild sun also.
Thank you.
I'm 14 years old, and I was just wondering, did you say it was okay to continue through the whole 9 months at my age, or can I only go to the 5 minutes?
See, first of all, why do you think about 9 months? First start. First be in the UKG, LKG, baby class, then first standard, then go on. As you are comfortable, you proceed. You see, now you are 14, so fine, whatever be you. Be your capacity, start with this. If you feel relaxed, comfortable, proceed. So that is what I tell every people, that you just start, just do it for 5 days, 10 days, maximum 15 days. In 15 days, if you feel relaxed, if you see that you are getting some results, proceed. Otherwise, be happy to be a dropout. Nobody compels you. You can be happy, son also can be happy. After all, you have nothing to lose in this practice because no cost is involved anywhere. So give a fair trial to it. Be your own testimonial.
Thank you.
What's your website?
Solarhealing.com.
Thank you.
How do we know when the UV is under 2?
Oh, there are on websites. For example, USA, there is weather.com. And even USA government's whole map comes out every hour of different states giving you will find 0, 1, 2. That is all UV index. Some local newspapers also give hour-to-hour UV index. So on websites through internet, very easy. Wristwatches are available. They cost $30. UV cards are also available, cost less than $5. But through internet, you can find out. Weather.com is the website for USA, and just put your zip code and the time and you get the UV index.
Okay. And then the part about walking on dirt and receiving energy from the earth, I asked you on the break about grass, and because I feel when I touch the grass with my bare feet that it feels really relaxing to me and energy.
Yeah, that is because you feel cool, but grass is definitely taking away your energy.
And why
Looking at the grass is good for the eye, but grass definitely draws away your energy. So never walk on grass, and especially if the grass is chemically treated, then never walk barefoot on that grass.
But why would, if you were walking on your own yard?
That is what from experiences we have found out, that walking barefoot on grass, definitely your energy is decreasing.
And is it the plants taking the energy, or why can you explain how?
Because grass is taking away the energy. See, that's the same principle. Grass is taking energy from the earth, so it is also taking energy from air, from sun, for anything that it comes in contact. So when your feet are in contact, your energy also is drawn away.
Okay, lots of people say that it's healthy to walk barefooted on grass.
It helps your eye. It is for that purpose. But looking at the green grass definitely helps your eye. It's not the walking that helps.
Thank you.
What about sand? Oh, that is the best. Beach sand is the supermost. That is the best. If you are dry sand, warm sand in the evening hours on sea beach, that is the best exercise. Walk barefoot on that sea sand. Your whole leg will get pressed. So reflexology means acupuncture, everything, all points are pressed. The bromine vapor that comes from the sea sand, the extra fat, if that is in the body, that will get melted. Your brain also will cool down. So that is the best. Then river, lake, anything, or finally the sand or the earth or the dirt that we see in our areas.
Many nutritional experts refer to 2,000 calorie diets. So I was wondering if calorie refers to a term of energy, what would be the equivalent per minute of calorie type energy that you'd get from sungazing?
See, this is totally a new science, and should not attempt to compare with the wisdom of the present science. A new science is not answerable to the present science. We just go by the results. If an idea comes and is shared by thousands of people and they all get the results, then definitely it is a science. But how it is happening, lot of research is required that. Now as far as calorie is concerned, there is a rethinking. Now in your house, suppose there are 4 people. One person eats more, so he's definitely putting in more calories. One person eats less, so he's putting less calories. But often we find that people who eat less are more energetic than the people who eat more. So where is the calorie mathematics working there? There is a rethinking required on that, and that is why now science says that eat less and less. So there is a lot of things that we have to rethink again.
Thank you.
I just wanted to quickly add to that. I've also heard that a lot of people overeat, and that takes away from the calories because they have to use more calories to digest the food, and that's really huge. 2 questions. I have one question about references, information that I would maybe be able to research about people that have survived simply on the sun. I've heard rumor of it, but I've never been able to find anything.
See, when new things come, definitely there is a lot of suspicion, doubts. The present science does not accept it also. But as more and more people come, then now definitely a doctor, expert or director of cancer hospital in Germany, Mr. Werner. He is living on sunlight. He is a doctor. He is in a position to explain both ways. I am not a doctor or a medical expert. Accidentally I experienced, I am preaching, and a lot of people are coming out also as non-eaters also. It's only when more people come, when a new thing is taking shape, it definitely takes time and definitely faces problems and challenges. But since it is a cost-free practice, a lot of people are getting encouraged to go towards that. Of course, scientifically, still we are not in a position to explain why this man is living without food, or why this man cured his mental problem, or his this problem or that problem. But when research funds come, and some people, some foundations take this thing as a serious thing and engage themselves. So beginning everything, it is just like whether there is God or not. Some people believe, some people do not believe. So this is a new thing, and it will take its own time to get its proofs.
Would moonlight still fall into the same category as energetic sunlight?
No, that's what I tell. That's why the word lunatic has come. I never advise people to do moon gazing or all.
Thank you. I did some sun gazing last summer, and living in the Rogue Valley, I find that it is much more comfortable standing barefoot in the summer than it is when it gets cold in the fall. Yeah. So if I discontinue in the fall, as I did, how do I time it when I restart in the summer?
If you reach 5 minutes, how much you reach? And so if your eyes are comfortable, then straight away you can start 5 minutes, 10 seconds. And if you are not comfortable, then start with 1 minute or a lesser period. And every day go on increasing quickly, reach that old period of 5 minutes. And then you go on increasing 10 seconds.
Good, thank you. I seem to remember that last year you talked about if the sunlight hurt the eyes, that you could go like this with your fingers.
Oh, you mean if it's so intense?
Yes.
You can lock it, or now you see spectacles, pinhole spectacles are available made of plastic or hard paper or anything. So if you feel sunlight is intense, then you have those spectacles, and through these pinholes you see the sun, and you can definitely decrease the intensity of the sun.
Thank you.
RVML Resource Center is a volunteer-operated federal 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit organization. RVML is dedicated to providing easy access to a comprehensive collection of information on a variety of metaphysical, spiritual, and personal development subjects. RVML accepts and appreciates all donations. Material and monetary contributions are fully tax-deductible. This recording is not copyrighted, and permission is granted to broadcast, exhibit, or duplicate all or part of this program for non-commercial educational purposes. This live presentation was organized and presented by the Rogue Valley Metaphysical Library and Event Center. For more information, please visit rvml.org.